Hi, my name is Paul Seafood Boggie Brighton and welcome to another Ask Boggie. Well, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, what is Reiki? Well, Reiki is a Japanese word meaning universal energy, and it is in essence an energy system, but it's not the only energy system that exists. Reiki itself was recreated by Master Usui from Japan around about the 1900s, and he was studying Sanskrit, which is an ancient language, and he was looking for the ways that Buddha and the ancients healed, what energy they used to heal. And this is where, through Sanskrit, he found the information on Reiki, and in essence he empowered himself. He received what I would say is a spiritual download. Now, as Master Usui taught others, as he was Japanese, it was quite secret. His system was kept very exclusive, but his system, his original system, used tones or used feelings for the different energies. And he also, because he was Japanese, he used the meridian, which is the energy system, the Eastern Chinese Japanese energy system of the body, energy channels that run through the body, the meridians. And he would use 5 hand positions that are around the head and shoulders, which related to the main meridians, and then the rest of it was intuitive, was basically go with the flow. So his energies were feelings and sensations, or tones, and there was 5 set hand positions, and the rest was intuitive. Now, not all his students agreed with that system. One of them, Dr. Hayashi, he was a Western doctor, sort of Japanese but a Western doctor, and for his understanding and his logic, he added hand positions, set hand positions across the body. So his system, as he started to teach Reiki, it had 25 set hand positions. Now, one of his students was a very famous lady in Reiki, Mrs. Takata. Now, Mrs. Takata, she took the 25 set hand positions. She also, what Master Usui would also do, some students couldn't understand the tones, the feelings, the tones. So, like in all all traditions, you will find ancient symbols. And in essence, most symbols that you'll find, and even in businesses, modern day symbols in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, symbols are like a power-up. They are an enhancement. They are something that we look at and we know what it means. You think of certain restaurants and like McDonald's, and you'll think of the golden arches straight away. You think of Coca-Cola and you'll see the way it's written. Certain things are used as power symbols. They're used as reminders. Are logos, power logos. So what Usui did, he used certain symbols for certain energies. So in the Reiki that a lot of people know, you will find certain different symbols that mean different things. One for strength, one that's more emotional, one for spiritual, and so on and so forth. And you'll find there are symbols all over the world. The Tai Chi symbol itself, the Tai Chi is a power, it's a power symbol. Even even some symbols have been manipulated and altered. The swastika used by Hitler is a power symbol for creating, for manifesting a reality, for manifesting things. And what Hitler did, he manipulated and used it for his advantage. But you will find it in Hinduism, you will find it in the Jewish culture, you will find it in the Eastern culture as well, in China and Japan, or in Buddhism as well as Taoism. So the point is that different symbols mean different things and are used as a way of channeling energy. So what Master Lucy did, that with some students he would teach symbols rather than the tones, but the symbols were always meant to be like training wheels, in the essence of that you use that at first to figure out the energy, and then once you've learnt what that feels like, once you can feel the energy, you no longer needed the symbol. But what happened is that with Dr. Hayashi and then with Mrs. Takata, is that the symbols became the prominent thing, and it was misunderstood that the symbols were only there as a temporary measure. So there are, you will hear there is crystal Reiki, Atlantean Reiki, there is this Reiki, there's that Reiki. Reiki itself simply means universal energy. And Reiki itself is a reinvention of another system. But there are many types of energy systems. In Taoism there are different ones, in Buddhism, so Buddhism with yoga, Taoism with Qigong, with Tai Chi, there are different energy systems. And, you know, energy exists anyway. Energy is all around us. You know, the sun is an energy system. You know, if you focus on the sun and imagine the energy of the sun drawing into your body, you're empowering yourself with the sun. The same can be said with the wind, or the rain, or the mountain, or the trees. When you look at certain cultures, ancient American Indian cultures, is that they would, you know, they would spend time near a lake or near the mountains to gather the spirits of the mountain, the spirits of the forest, the spirits of the birds, the trees. And in the Eastern culture, the spirits were the empowerment, were the ability to gain the power from those elements, which goes on to the five in Eastern culture, and in Taoism especially, the five elements: fire, water, wood, metal and earth are the five main ones. And each one is like an empowerment. You can draw an energy empowerment from that. And that can continue then into, with the Buddhism, from Buddhism came Chinese astrology, the animals. Before the animals in Chinese astrology, it was branches or elements or feelings. So there's this continuation of this feeling of things. But the basic, very simple answer, Reiki is an energy system. Most people know Mrs. Takata, the Western version of Reiki, but there are others, and each one has its own benefits, each one has its own strengths. So there are many different types of Reiki. Reiki is just a name, it's just a word, it's just like saying music. There are many styles of music. Music is just a general name. So I hope that helps. I know there's a couple of people who've always asked me that question, and if you have any other questions, either message me here or message me on Facebook. You'll find me on Facebook on The Way Of. I'm here on YouTube under Seafood Boggie. You also will find me on LinkedIn under Paul Brighton. Message me, ask me a question. So take care, bye for now. Love, Chi and Shen, Seafood Boggie.